Hello, this is Dr. Ann Merkel of the Blue Ridge Business Association, and welcome to our business to business interview. Today I am interviewing Brian Kirkland of the Ridgerunner Takeout services, and he has been such a gift to our entire region since the lockdowns, and his company continues to be booming. And so, Brian, welcome back, and I'm glad that we could interview you again and let the people know about your wonderful service that you offer. So I remember when we talked about a year, maybe a year and a half ago, you said you had 60 drivers and you had done like 200 plus orders the night before. So I know what an entrepreneur you are, and you've had other businesses before this one. So tell us a little bit about who you are and your business and the growth factor and how people can utilize your unique services.
Sure. So we focus very heavily on service, not just for customer service, but also servicing our restaurants and servicing our drivers. Our goal is to everyone that comes into contact with us, we want them to at the end of the interaction be better off in life in some way. So by focusing really on the service aspect of it, we've been able to gain a lot of loyalty, build a lot of relationships with the people in the community. And in Blue Ridge in particular, everybody's been great in supporting us in our vision and keeping the business local.
Okay, all right. So describe how you work with a business, and then how people can contact you to use your service.
Yeah, sure. So we work with mainly restaurants at the moment, but we did just today, we're actually switching to a new software. So we'll have a new website, same address, but it'll look completely different. We have new apps coming out, and what this software is going to allow us to do is it's going to allow us to actually plug in and allow other types of businesses to actually request a driver for us for all types of different things. So while they won't be listed on our website or on our apps for people to order from, if somebody owns a business selling, let's say, pet supplies, they're able to then go in and request a driver to pick up the order of dog food or what have you and deliver it to their customer. And the customer doesn't even have to know this Ridgerunner. They can it can be white labeled so that the entire process looks like it's coming straight from the store.
Oh, that's great. So if I wanted some health food or my cats needed some catnip, I wouldn't have to go to town. I could just connect with them, pay for my order, and then let you go pick it up for me.
Absolutely. I think we talked about this last time, and we were just starting to look into it. So it's taken us a full year to get this going. So we're very excited that today's the day. We're switching all that. We're actually closed today so we can update the software and do the switch. So when we open back up tomorrow, we'll have that available. So it's going to be great. A great way to help not just restaurants, but other local businesses in the community as well.
Okay, so could you tell people the best way to connect with you? Is it by calling or is it by your website? And read what that URL is. What is your website address?
Sure. So our website is ridgerunnertakeout.com. That's also the name of our app. That's the absolute best way to order is through the app. It's going to give you the best user experience. You can also order through the website. That's great as well. But we do also offer call-ins because we have a lot of elderly customers and disabled customers who just prefer to call in than do it on the app or the website. So we like that option. We want to keep the option available to everyone. But for sure, the best way to order is going to be on the app or on the website.
Okay, and if somebody would like to call you, what is the best number?
We changed because we changed software. We also changed our telephone number. I actually don't have it memorized yet because it just went into use today.
Okay, all right. So if they go to your website, that's probably, or the app, they can find your phone number.
For sure, absolutely.
All right, good. Okay. So I know that over the last year, business has picked up around. A lot of people are coming up here for their vacations, and it's, you know, almost business as usual, which we're all happy about. So have you grown with numbers of drivers and numbers of orders, or are you kind of holding steady from what you were last year?
So we did grow pretty significantly from what we were last year. As soon as all the unemployment checks stopped and kind of the pandemic restrictions lifted on, which we're thankful for, we then shrunk again to where we're now back at about the same numbers. So call it the new normal for us. But you know, we're just thankful for all of our customers and restaurant and driver partners sticking with us, and we're gonna continue to expand, but you know, with the knowledge that it's going to be different than it was.
Okay, okay. So I think last year you said you did not do groceries on weekends, or do you do grocery orders at this point, or how do you handle
Well, the demand for the grocery orders really went down when the COVID restrictions were lifted. So we actually don't do them at all anymore. It's difficult for the driver because the driver has to go in and do the shopping and all that.
that?
It takes a lot of time. We lose a driver that could be doing other orders during that time. And a lot of times it's just not worth it for the driver's time.
Okay, okay. And so generally the process is the people make their order like at a restaurant or buy something from a store, and then, you know, say that you all are going to pick it up, and then once they've done that, then they call you or do the website or app so that your driver can go pick it up, or is it the opposite direction?
It's the opposite direction, actually. So people will either call us, go on our website, go on our app. They'll select the restaurant they want to order from. The restaurants are listed based on the distance from them. Once they do that, we have the complete menu on our website. So they select the items they want, add them to their shopping cart. They can check out right there on the website or app. And then we pay the restaurant and we pay their driver and all that. So, and then we send the order to the restaurant on a tablet that they have, or either we directly integrate with their point of sale system. So the order just pops into their computer just like any other order, and they can print out on their ticket line and stuff like that. So we have some pretty heavily invested in technology to make everything work as smoothly as possible.
Well, good. Well, we're excited about that. So they don't pay your driver for what they're buying. They directly pay the restaurant.
We do have an option for them paying cash. They don't pay the restaurant. They either pay us on the app or website with a credit card, or they pay the driver in cash.
Okay, okay, good. We can
All of our drivers have smart debit cards on them, which we use to pay restaurants. So when the order comes in, we automatically load that card with the amount of money to pay for that order and no more. And then after the order is complete, any remaining money is then wiped off that card.
Okay, all right. So do you have any problem with your drivers losing bandwidth or having troubles making their you know, with their devices as they're driving around our region?
Yes, especially there was a time, at least, when if somebody had T-Mobile, I would just tell them that they might as well not even work for us. That's gotten better here lately. Verizon is probably the best. AT&T is okay. But yes, it can definitely be an issue because we track all of our drivers on a map so we can see exactly where they are in the process of delivering the food. But whenever they lose signal, the tracking goes away. So then we have to kind of use our best guess and stuff like that. So it can be an issue. But all of our drivers know that, you know, if you finish an order and you don't have signal, get the signal so you can get your next order as quickly as possible.
Right. Okay, good. So have you encountered any traffic jams or problems with traffic with any of your drivers at certain times of the day or certain days of the week?
Typically, it's event based if there is any. Sometimes the road between Blue Ridge and McCaysville can get kind of backed up, especially if Mercier has something important going on and there's a lot of traffic there, or if there's like a wreck on that road, or really any of the Mineral Bluff area, if there's a wreck on any of those roads, you know how that can be. It slows everything down. Luckily, we have a chat feature where all of our drivers can communicate with each other. So what you end up happening is a driver will see a wreck or experience a situation where they have to be slowed down because of whatever, and they're in there chatting away. Hey guys, just want to let y'all know there's a wreck on Highway 5. Pick a different way, and so that helps out everybody.
Good, good. Well, you used to live in a larger metropolitan area, right, Brian? Or have you always lived around here or in a smaller city?
Yeah, I've always lived in a kind of smaller city. I'm from Statesboro, Georgia, originally, which is where Georgia Southern is. It's not even as big as Savannah or anything like that. It's a smaller town.
Okay, so what is your vision for Blue Ridge and Fannin County?
Well, I know Blue Ridge is going through some of the growing pains right now, and Fannin County as a whole, for sure. You know, as people work more remotely, and people can work from home and do their jobs, making really good money and live anywhere, why would they not want to live in the mountains, right? I get it. Because if you're used to living in Atlanta and you're working remotely from a job making $100,000 a year, yeah, you want to go do that somewhere where it's nice and pretty, and we have that. The challenge comes in is when you have so many of those people coming in, you have limited resources as far as land and housing and stuff like that. And you have all those people coming in, it can displace the local people who maybe grew up here, who maybe his family's been here for generations. And the other problem that you run into is a lot of times it pushes out the people who would be working the service jobs. And as you know, Fannin County is built on service jobs, whether it be servers at restaurants, whether it be delivery drivers, whether it be you know, tour guides or what have you. Fannin County is built on service jobs. If we don't have people to work the service jobs, we're not going to have people we're not going to be able to cater to all these new people that are coming in. So there's definitely a balance that has to be maintained. I'm not sure that I have the answer to that particular question, but there's an answer out there, and people need to find it for sure.
Right, so maybe an overall plan with the county and the city might help.
Absolutely, absolutely.
All right, so how can the public and the other business owners best support you and your drivers? Is there anything you'd like to just share with your audience?
Yeah, you know, our customers are so great. They're whenever we do have issues, they're always so patient, and understanding, and we really appreciate that. Because when you're dealing with so many different variables, anything can happen, right? Because you have to coordinate the restaurant, and you have to coordinate the driver, and sometimes the customer. If the restaurant's out of an item, we have to call and find out what they want, and then send it back to the restaurant. It's a lot of things. We're pulling on 1,000 different threads, and we're all trying to pull them into the middle and just weave something beautiful. But that's a lot of threads to pull on at one time. So people are really patient, understanding. We really appreciate that. The other thing is, you know, just help us get the word out there. There are other bigger, more well-known services in town now, whereas there wasn't last year. And we understand that competition is a good thing, but you know, those guys are never going to support the community like we do. They're not going to be sponsoring the Little League team. They're not going to be you know, out there joining organizations like this. And so, you know, as we support you guys, we just ask that you show us some love in return.
Okay, well, thank you, Brian. We're glad that you're a member of the Blue Ridge Business Association, and we look forward to having you at meetings, and look forward to seeing your drivers around town and using your service. So thanks a lot for what you offer the community, and I hope you have a great springtime.
Thank you, you too.
Okay.